Hi guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. How is everyone doing? Hope you guys are doing okay, feeling great. I hope you guys are excelling in your different fields. I hope you're happy. Today I just woke up and I decided to share. I decided to talk about how Nigeria failed me. I usually just see stuff like this on Instagram, and never in my life did I think that this would ever happen to me, honestly. And that is why every time you see someone come out to talk about their experience in Nigeria, don't just overrule it. Like, don't think it can never happen to you just because you're not there yet. This country is so messed up. I had to wait for this long to talk about what happened to me, because the last time I tried to make this video, you know, tears was coming out of my eyes, and I feel like if you look at my eyes right now, like the tears is still gathering. That's how much this thing hurts me. I don't know what else can actually hurt me like this again. I feel like I have seen it all. I feel like I've just experienced. What's the worst that can happen? Yeah, that's the question. So my mom died on the 14th of February this year, and she was sick for like 4 days. I thought it was something, just a minor thing, because I relocated last year to Lagos. So in my head, she doesn't fall sick. So I just thought, oh, maybe it was just one of those malaria, symptoms happening. And I took her to a clinic. When I got her meds for malaria, and that same day she just kept on complaining of, I'm weak. She could not talk. It was the person with her that was, giving me situation reports. And I took her to a clinic, and they carried out their tests, did basically what they could, and they said it was malaria and typhoid. So yeah, they started treating her. They said the malaria was much. They started treating her and all of that. On the second day, she was feeling, I called, she said she was feeling better. And my sister took her to the house. Maybe she just didn't want me to bother myself too much. I called again. She said she wasn't feeling better. I said, okay, take her back to the clinic. I asked the doctor, why did you discharge her? If she complained that she wasn't feeling better. The doctor said no, that she actually said she was okay. I'm like, okay. The doctor was like, you guys should bring her back to the clinic. I'm like, okay. They went back to the clinic. The day they went back, at night, I just saw it that this thing is getting worse. They said she had breathing problems. Like, she couldn't, like, she was having difficulties in breathing. She was on oxygen at some point. I had to find somebody to help me take her to another hospital. That was around 3 a.m. This hospital is in Calabar, and they took her to this hospital. It was a private hospital. Knowing that there might be too many persons in the, teaching hospital and all of that, I'm like, okay, someone spoke so good about this hospital. They went to the first hospital, which was the Navy hospital, and the Navy hospital said that everywhere, like the entire hospital was filled up. And then I asked them, I was thinking, where else should I go to, where else is okay? And I'm like, okay, let's take her to the teaching hospital. I'm like, oh, no, somebody told me that the best hospital in Calabar is Aruba. So yeah, let's take her there. They'll be able to attend to my mom. Note that I've never been there, but based on recommendation, I had to, like, okay, take her there. And they took my mom there. When they got there, because like I said, I was still in Lagos, and I already booked my flight. I noticed that it was too serious. I had to book my flight. Like, no, I can't be, giving orders from here. Let me go back. But I couldn't find like a direct flight, because it was the same day flight I was booking, like early hours of the morning. I had to book to Uyo. Then from there, I go to Calabar, since it's like very close. When they got to the hospital, they called me. You have to make a deposit of 50,000 naira. I'm like, okay. And they're like, this hospital is expensive. I'm like, at this point, money is not the problem. I just want my mom to be fine. I sent the 50K to them, hoping in my head, I'm thinking, since I'm not begging, like, I didn't go to that hospital to beg. I didn't go to beg them that, oh, please, can you reduce the money? No, I didn't go there to beg. I just wanted them to treat her, like, let her be fine. They said they are taking her blood for sample. For test. Her blood sample for test. And in my mind, I was so happy that, these people are faster than, that was a clinic, and this case was obviously not a clinic case. In my head, I'm like, okay, the way they are attending to her, saying they are taking her blood sample, okay, these ones are okay, let me put because I'd not slept the whole night. This was around past 3 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, let me just rest. I couldn't rest. I had to leave around 4. I didn't want to hear that the Lagos traffic was the reason why I didn't go. So I had to leave around 4 to start going to the airport when my flight was for around 11. I left and I was at the airport. I couldn't even sleep. I was restless. I was at the airport. I kept on calling. They admitted her. I kept on calling. How is she? They said she's on oxygen. Her test, that test result is not out yet. I'm like, it's no people, like I wasn't getting, the whole situation report. Like, if they had told me a doctor was not, like, the doctor just came and gave another diagnosis, like, the doctor looked at her and was like, okay, she's having heart issue, like, she's having heart issues. I'm just really thinking from where to where, that's what the doctor said. And like, nobody told me about that. I just kept on asking, is she fine? The people that were in the hospital, is she doing okay? How is she feeling? And everybody, like, I feel like they were, because of my health, I feel like everybody was just trying to not tell me what was going on so it doesn't kick my BP up. So they were like, oh, she's better than how she was in the morning. I'm like, okay. I was still on my way. I got there. I got to Calabar, I think around 4 p.m. and she was on oxygen, and I'm asking, where is the doctor? I need to know what's wrong with my mom. And they said the doctor has the surgery. There was an emergency. And my sincere question is, in this kind of big hospital, a private hospital that you people charge so much, you people had just one doctor. There were a lot of other people in different wards. Are you telling me? That was the first thing. Are you people telling me that is one doctor? Like, okay, you're in the theater now. If something goes wrong, who is going to attend to the rest of the patient? Like, is this the hospital that the person told me, oh, they're the best? If this is how the whole thing, like, if this is how it is, then believe me, I would never have taken my mom there. I waited and waited. 5 p.m. passed. They said I should wait. I was restless. Looking at my mom in that condition, I was restless. Where is the doctor? Can somebody attend to me? I was acting like a mad person. Can somebody just answer me? I saw another doctor. I'm like, okay, there's a doctor here. Why is nobody talking to me? Why is nobody answering me? They said I had to wait for a specialist. The specialist has to come from the teaching hospital. The specialist came. The nurse kept on telling me that she has to, she went to remind the doctor that there was somebody in that critical condition, that the doctor is here, but the doctor is attending to people that came to see the doctor. So this is where I had the first issue. The doctor came, and then somebody is having issues with breathing, and you left this person to attend to people that are okay, that came to see you before coming. Like, you people left this person since morning and you're not bothered. Wow. And for those of you that would want to ask me, why did you not take her somewhere else? Her condition was bad already. In my head, I'm like, since they already said they are doing a test, they have done a test already, going to another hospital is like starting all over again. And I'm asking them, is it money? Can you people mention the amount I will pay? Come and attend to my mom. The nurse was not chalant. At some point, they gave her a drip that, you know, I think the what is it called? The syringe or what? Left the vein. So her hand was swelling. I called the nurse. Can you come attend to my mom? Like, I think the drip is no longer entering the the vein. And she said she was coming. She left, and then she went to attend to another patient. I'm like, what kind of hospital is this? You know, I was so angry. I started quarreling with the nurse. Like, I've heard people talk about how nurses, you know, were so mean to them. I never knew that it will happen to me. If I'm not seeing the doctor, can the nurse at least have a little bit of sympathy? Like, why do you people, like, when you go to a nursing school, yeah, yes, are they not supposed to add you having sympathy? Like, somebody's going through so much pain. Are you not, like, did they not teach you to have a bit of sympathy? Even if it's the least sorry, would go a long way. This nurse was nonchalant. I'm like, how much did these other people pay you? Because I went to where she was, and I'm like, but I just called you. And she said she's coming. I'm like, you're coming. I looked at the person that she was attending to, and the person was fine and stable. But you're leaving somebody that is literally looking for air. Oh my God. Never in my life. I've heard people talk about how they want to leave Nigeria. I've never been that person. Never. I'm always that person that says, I want to make money. I love this country. I don't want to leave. You know, I have been that person. So when I hear my friends talking about jackpot plans, how to go to the UK, I want to go to the US, it has never, like, you know, it's not something that pushes any button in me. But when this thing happened, in my head, I understand why you people are leaving. For the people that have left Nigeria, I understand why you people left. At that point, I had to put it on my list. Like, I will find a way to leave this country. Let it be that they tried and her body could not carry, because my mom was still young. Let it be that the doctor and the nurses tried all they could and she could not survive this. But that was not the case for my mom. These people did not try. They literally watched this woman suffer. I'm even asking, how much do you want? Can you mention? Let it be that I did not have money. Let it be that money was the problem. But no, money was not the problem. After, like, how many hours? 3 hours later, the doctor came. I'm talking to the doctor. He's telling me I'm tired. Okay, this is the case of your mom. And then they told me something that would have easily been like, if they cut it on time, without it spreading, it's something they would have fixed and my mom would still be alive. And the doctor came and told me, I'm tired. I'm asking questions because they said I should not allow her eat. Only for the doctor to come. I'm asking, they said my mom has had issues. Okay, what's up? And he was like, no, that from the test that came out, she's not having any heart issues, because they said I shouldn't give her food. And I'm like, she said she's hungry. She has been crying that she's hungry. She hasn't eaten anything. Can I at least give her food? So I'd go ahead and give her food, which I did. I gave her food and she ate. And the doctor finally, okay, I was really asking him questions like, okay, what is wrong? He was explaining, but I needed further more explanations. And then I heard, I'm tired. Do you know how long I've been sitting? I'm tired. I beg. I'm like, did I pay money for the doctor to come and start telling me he's tired? Okay, how am I supposed to know? How will I know? You're saying this is wrong with that. I'm supposed to ask, okay, how did this happen? How did this happen? You're not letting me ask questions. He walked out on me and said, oh, I've told you what is wrong. Told the nurse, commenced treatment. They went down and then they brought the medication drip and injections and all of that to come and give to her. And I was just really praying that at least a solution has come now. By the way, they actually changed the other nurse because I was really shouting at the top of my voice. So they gave me another nurse, and this one was way better. You know, she had, you know, human sympathy. And some of these nurses be acting like you don't know that death is going to come for all of us. We are all going down 6 feet. We will all go down. We just don't know our dates. And if you're a nurse and you ever come across this video, please you have? I don't know if you people have seen so many people dying that you don't have human sympathy. Can you, at least, even if it's small, the tiniest smile, just smile, or the tiniest, oh, I'm sorry, don't worry, you feel better. I'm not even in that field, yeah, but I have human sympathy. If I see someone dying, I know the right words. If I see someone sick, I know the right words to tell the person. At least just comfort the person. This is pain. I literally got back and I've been sick, and I'm wondering, just this small thing, and I'm feeling like this. I'm so weak. And then then imagine someone that is going through, pains from everywhere. At some point, I was trying to carry her up. She was complaining her tummy was paining her, her chest. You don't have sympathy. Oh, God. Even if they don't teach you these things in your nursing school, you didn't grow up with it. You didn't grow up to have sympathy for you. If it's not something you can tolerate, if staying up all night, if it's not something you can tolerate, then don't go into nursing. Don't go into it. Look for something else. Like for me, I don't like stress, so I choose to do something else. I don't like stress at all, so I know what works for me. Yeah, don't go into nursing. My mom wouldn't have died if it was not, all of these small things here and there. God. I felt so guilty. I don't even know how to explain this kind of guilt. Like, maybe I should have just taken her to somewhere else, but I was even confused. Like, how do we start doing this dragging around and carrying her to the car, going somewhere else? And then, after this whole thing happened, I went online and I see people talking about, oh, the doctor did not answer my sister. The doctor did not, answer me when I came to the hospital. And every time it just triggers something inside of me. Like, I'm just never the same again. I don't know how to look at these doctors. I don't know how to look at these nurses. Like, this is like the most painful thing that can ever happen to anybody. And guess what? When my mom breathing went low, I went to call the nurse, like, please come. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. She was sluggish, just working. By the time she came up, this woman had already gone. I have never had anyone close to me die before, so I didn't know how to mentally prepare for something like this. But this is like the most painful thing. And this kind of grief is the one that I was not able to cry for a long time. I was just, I was feeling it inside. I felt guilty. There's nothing I've not felt. God. Nigerian doctors and nurses, you people should do better, honestly. I really don't want to talk about my mom's diagnosis here, but from what they told me, it was not something that, would have killed my mom if they had attended to her. Tell me how somebody came to your hospital by 6 a.m. Sorry, not 6, around 4. They landed in the hospital past 4 to 5 a.m. and then you people are attending to her. You just placed down oxygen, nothing, and then you are attending to her by 9 p.m. Lord, that's when I saw a doctor with my eyes. You people need to do better in this country. Honestly.